So today I've got this ring sizing project, and it's a little bit of a dilemma. The shank on it is an odd size. It's a little bit wider. It's like 4.5 millimeters wide by 1.6 millimeters thick. It's 18 karat white gold. I don't have the sizing stock that I need, and I can order it, but usually it comes in like 4 or 5. So it kind of falls right in between where I need it to be. If I order some, then I'd have to manipulate it to get it to fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a piece of shank out of some 18 karat white casting grain. And how I'm going to do that, now some of you might not be able to do this, but this is just food for thought. There's a number of ways you can pour it in an ingot. You can roll it out, you can hammer it down to size, all that stuff. But today I'm going to use a little bit of technology and a little bit of old school casting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a piece of shank that's the exact diameter and shape that I need in my 3D CAD program, which is Rhino 3D, and then I'm going to print that out and I'm going to take that little piece and I'm going to sand cast it so that I'll have a piece of shank the exact size that I need. And if you don't have a 3D printer and a CAD program, what you can do is take a piece of wax and carve it into the shape that you want and use that as your mold for the sand. And the sand casting that I use, I got from Craig Dabler at DIY Casting. He was kind enough to send me some casting molds and some casting sand a number of years ago. I use it in classes and I use it for odd projects when I just need to replicate something real quick. So this I took and created the piece of shank that I needed in about 2 minutes on the CAD. I printed it, which took another 5 minutes. So now I'm going to take that and sand cast it, and I can turn that around usually in about 10 minutes or so. So in less than a half an hour, I can have a piece of shank that is the exact size and shape and length and diameter that I need. And it just, for me, there's a number of ways you can go about doing this, and there's probably quicker ways of doing it as well. The other day I made a video and somebody made a comment. There's an easier way to do that because time is money, and that kind of irks me a little bit. I understand the whole concept of time is money, but usually the people who say time is money have neither. So sometimes I just enjoy the process of trying something differently. So this, I'm going to do it a little bit different. I could have taken that and poured it in a small ingot that I made and hammered it into shape, or use my rolling mill with a half round groove in it and get it close. But this is just something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy creating metal and using different approaches to get what I need. And today I just felt like doing some sand casting. So I'm going to go about it, and I will show you how I do it. And I'm just going to invite you along. And again, there's a number of different ways you can do it. There's going to be people who in the comments who say, well, you should have done it this way, or you could have done it that way. And it's like, I know there's a lot of ways I could have done it and I should have done it, but today I just feel like doing it this way. So that's the way I'm going to do it, and I'm going to share with you. So just so that you can have a different angle and maybe a different approach, and maybe it just opens up some ideas and say, that's kind of a neat idea, And even though I've got a jewelry 3D printer, I could have done the same thing with my $200 PLA printer at home. Made the little piece of shank and done it that way. So there's inexpensive ways of going about it, and the same thing with the Rhino 3D program. Some of the 3D programs are kind of spendy. I don't know if you know, but if you go to rhino3d.com, you can download the full program for free and use it for 90 days for free, and just to see if you like it. There's a bunch of tutorials that you can go through their website and through YouTube channels, and just kind of play around with it and see if it's something that you enjoy doing and that you can incorporate into your daily work. And if it is something that you like, you can purchase it through rhino3d.com. And if you're a student, they give you like 80% discount. So they take care of people who like to learn. So that's just, I'm just throwing that out there. They don't take care of me, they don't pay me or nothing. I've used them for 20 plus years, and I still use it. I mean, there's a lot of other programs out there that I've used as well, but Rhino is just something that I enjoy doing, and it works well. So let's go make a piece of shank and size a ring. So there you go. That's just one other option of the opportunities, the multiple opportunities that you have of doing things differently. You know, I've told people before, if I've got 3 projects in front of me that are exactly the same, a lot of times I will approach each one of them differently for different tools, different processes. And in the end, all three pieces look exactly the same. So there's not like a cookie cutter way of doing things. So today I was just in the mood to try something a little bit differently. I could have, made the shank and rolled it out in my roller and hammered it and to the exact size and then filed it and stuff. But it's like, I wanted to throw something out there because some people have sandcasting equipment and they don't utilize it that much. This is just one way that I use my sandcasting. It's a quick way, if I need a big shank or a different size shank, I'll just quickly do it that way instead of pouring an ingot and rolling it out and all that stuff. Sometimes it's a lot quicker to just make a sand casting of something that you need. So hopefully you enjoyed that. It was kind of fun. I enjoy bringing out the sand casting and doing that from time to time. And it's a fun, different process. So I just wanted to make that video today and kind of show you. Last night I was going, what am I going to make for a video today? And I thought, I got that project, and how about if we just make a quick video on utilizing sandcasting? And again, DIYcastings.com is where I got my stuff from, and there's a number of other places out there as well. But Craig's a nice guy, and he takes care of a lot of people and does a lot of tutorials and stuff as well. So he's always trying to push the boundaries of what you can do with sandcasting. So you might want to check him out as well. So so that's what we did today. I got the ring all polished up and it's shipped out already. So that it was a fun project, and it helped me get the exact size that I wanted. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments or get a hold of me through the website, jewelrymonk.com. And again, hopefully you enjoyed that. Don't forget on Friday mornings at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, we do a live Q&A. So it was just a bunch of us get together and just throw out questions and recap what we did during the week and just kind of hang out. It's like-minded jewelers rubbing our heads together and seeing what we come up with. So it's a fun time. So if you think about it, set your alarm. First, you got to do the math, what time that is in your time zone, and then usually right at 8 o'clock in the morning, I hit record, and we just kind of hang out for a little bit. So again, thanks for hanging out today, and we will see you next time. This is Doug with the Jewelry Monk Studio.